Welcome to our kitchen. Today we're going to show you how to make the perfect chicken soup from scratch. None of that canned rubbish, people. We're talking about a soup so flavorful, so comforting, it'll make you want to slap your mama. Let's get started. Alright, you want the perfect chicken soup? Then listen up. We're not just throwing things into a pot and hoping for the best. No, we're crafting a masterpiece here. This isn't your average run-of-the-mill soup. This is the kind of soup that warms your soul and makes you feel like you're wrapped in a cozy blanket on a cold winter's day. So, let's get started with the essentials. First, you're going to need a whole chicken, about 3 to 4 pounds. This isn't just any chicken, it needs to be fresh, preferably organic. The quality of your chicken will make a huge difference in the final flavor of your soup. Trust me, it's worth the extra few bucks. Don't even think about using those pathetic pre-cut pieces. They lack the bones, the skin, and the rich, deep flavor that only a whole chicken can provide. The bones are crucial for making a rich, flavorful broth. So, put those pre-cut pieces back on the shelf and grab a whole chicken. You need the bones for flavor. Next, we're talking vegetables. 2 carrots chopped, not diced, chopped. 3 celery stalks chopped. 1 onion also chopped. These vegetables are the holy trinity of soup making. They add sweetness, depth, and a beautiful aroma to your broth. And remember, the way you chop your vegetables matters. You want them to be roughly the same size so they cook evenly. And don't you dare use a dull knife. A sharp knife is not only safer, but it also makes the chopping process much more efficient and enjoyable. Take the time to sharpen your knife before you start. Your fingers will thank you. Now for the herbs and spices. This is where the magic happens. Herbs and spices are what elevate your soup from good to extraordinary. They add layers of flavor and complexity that make every spoonful a delight. We're going to add a bay leaf, which adds a subtle, earthy flavor that ties everything together. It's a small addition, but it makes a big difference. Some fresh thyme, which has a slightly minty, lemony flavor that brightens up the soup. And of course, salt and pepper. These are your basic seasonings, but they're essential. They enhance all the other flavors and bring everything into balance. And for the love of God, use fresh herbs. Fresh herbs have a vibrancy and intensity that dried herbs just can't match. They add a freshness and brightness to your soup that makes it taste alive. Dried herbs are for donkeys. They lack the flavor and aroma of fresh herbs. If you want your soup to be the best it can be, you need to use the best ingredients. So, go out and get some fresh herbs. Your taste buds will thank you. First, give that chicken a good rinse under cold water. Pat it dry with paper towels. Now this is important. We're going to season the chicken generously with salt and pepper. Don't be shy. Get in there. Next, chop those vegetables. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Make sure your knife is sharp. We want nice, even pieces, not a mangled mess. Now get a large stock pot over medium heat and add a drizzle of olive oil. Make sure the pot is large enough to hold all your ingredients comfortably. The olive oil should be enough to coat the bottom of the pot, but not too much that it becomes greasy. This step is crucial because it sets the foundation for the flavors that will develop as we cook. Olive oil is a great choice because it has a high smoke point and adds a subtle, rich flavor to the dish. Allow the oil to heat up for a minute or two until it starts to shimmer. This shimmering indicates that the oil is hot enough to start cooking. Once the oil is hot, carefully place the chicken in the pot. You should hear a satisfying sizzle as the chicken hits the hot oil. This sound is a good sign that the oil is at the right temperature. Be cautious while placing the chicken to avoid any oil splatters. It's important to lay the chicken pieces in a single layer to ensure even browning. If you overcrowd the pot, the chicken will steam instead of sear, and you won't get that beautiful golden crust we're aiming for. We want to brown the chicken on all sides, so don't touch it. Let it sit undisturbed for a few minutes. This patience will pay off with a deep, rich flavor. Browning the chicken not only adds color but also enhances the taste through the Maillard reaction, which is a chemical reaction between amino acids and reducing sugars that gives browned food its distinctive flavor. Use tongs to turn the chicken pieces, making sure each side gets an even sear. This process should take about 5-7 minutes. Let it get nice and golden. This golden color is a sign that the chicken is developing a complex savory flavor. Don't rush this step. The deeper the color, the more flavorful your dish will be. If the chicken sticks to the pot, it means it's not ready to be turned yet. Wait a little longer until it releases easily. Once the chicken is browned, add the chopped vegetables to the pot. We're using a classic mirepoix of carrots, celery, and onions. These vegetables are the holy trinity of flavor in many cuisines. They provide a sweet, aromatic base that complements the savory chicken. Make sure the vegetables are evenly chopped so they cook at the same rate. Stir them around and let them cook for a few minutes. This step allows the vegetables to release their natural sugars and develop a deeper flavor. Stirring also helps to scrape up any browned bits stuck to the bottom of the pot, incorporating them into the dish. These bits, known as fond, are packed with flavor and will enrich the overall taste of your dish. We want them to soften slightly. This usually takes about 5-7 minutes. The vegetables should become tender but not mushy. They will continue to cook as we proceed with the recipe, so don't worry if they're not fully cooked at this stage. The goal is to build layers of flavor, and softening the vegetables is a key part of that process. Now pour in enough cold water to cover the chicken and vegetables. Using cold water helps to extract more flavor from the ingredients as it heats up gradually. Make sure everything is submerged, but don't overfill the pot. The water will eventually become a rich, flavorful broth that forms the base of our dish. Bring the whole thing to a boil, then reduce the heat to low and cover the pot. Boiling helps to bring all the flavors together, but we don't want to keep it at a high temperature for too long. Reducing the heat to low and covering the pot allows the ingredients to simmer gently, melding their flavors without overcooking. Simmering also helps to tenderize the chicken and vegetables, resulting in a harmonious, well-balanced dish. Let it simmer for at least 30 minutes, or until the chicken is fully cooked and the vegetables are tender. This slow cooking process is what transforms simple ingredients into a delicious, comforting meal. Now add the bay leaf and thyme sprigs to the pot. Season with salt and pepper to taste. Remember, we want to build the flavor, so don't be afraid to be generous with the seasoning. Now here's where the magic happens. Let the soup simmer for at least 2 hours, or even longer if you have time. The longer it simmers, the more flavorful it will be. Once the soup is done simmering, carefully remove the chicken from the pot. This step is crucial as it ensures that the chicken is cooked to perfection and ready to be shredded. Use a pair of tongs to gently lift the chicken out, allowing any excess broth to drip back into the pot. This broth is packed with flavor and will be the base of our delicious soup. Let it cool slightly, then shred the meat and discard the bones. Shredding the chicken while it's still warm makes the process easier and ensures that the meat remains tender. Use 2 forks to pull the meat apart into bite-sized pieces. This method not only gives the soup a wonderful texture, but also allows the flavors to meld beautifully. Return the shredded chicken to the pot and stir to combine. This step is where the magic happens. As you stir the shredded chicken back into the pot, it absorbs the rich flavors of the broth, creating a harmonious blend of taste and texture. Make sure to stir well so that the chicken is evenly distributed throughout the soup. Taste the soup and adjust the seasoning if needed. This is your chance to make the soup truly your own. Add a pinch of salt, a dash of pepper, or even a sprinkle of your favorite herbs. Tasting as you go ensures that the final product is perfectly seasoned to your liking. Remember, a well-seasoned soup is the key to a satisfying meal. To serve, ladle the hot soup into bowls and garnish with fresh herbs, a squeeze of lemon juice, or a dollop of sour cream. These garnishes not only add a burst of color but also enhance the flavor profile of the soup. Fresh herbs like parsley or cilantro add a touch of freshness, while a squeeze of lemon juice brightens up the dish. A dollop of sour cream adds a creamy richness that balances the flavors perfectly. And for God's sake, serve it hot. There's nothing quite like a steaming bowl of soup to warm you up on a chilly day. The steam rising from the bowl is a sign that the soup is at the perfect temperature, ready to be enjoyed. So gather your loved ones, serve the soup hot, and savor every spoonful of this comforting homemade dish. And there you have it, the perfect chicken soup. It's flavorful, it's comforting, and it's sure to warm you up from the inside out. We hope you enjoyed this recipe. Now get out of my kitchen. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more delicious recipes. Happy cooking!